Cocco channel. Today we are doing January favorites. I know Sundays are typically my Sunday Fun Day hauls, but with the storm and everything, I wasn't able to go out and the mail is backed up beyond belief. So I actually don't even have anything for Sunday Fun Day haul. But I do have some things coming in and I am going out tomorrow. So I will have next Sunday, but today we are going to do a January favorites. So I don't have like a ton, but let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to first start off with skin. The first thing being this L'Oreal Hydra Fresh Toner. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of this in, I think I've only had this maybe 2 months, but I absolutely love this. I use this after I wash my face in the morning and at night, and it's crazy to see how much more like stuff comes off, because at night, like when I take off my makeup, I use a makeup wipe and then I wash my face and then I exfoliate typically, sometimes in the morning as well, just because I do have so much like texture. But this stuff just gets off so much more dirt that you don't even realize is there, and it feels so clean afterwards and refreshing. So I have been absolutely loving this. I know it's not for everyone. I've heard quite a bit of mixed reviews, but I really enjoy it. Speaking of washing your face and everything, I have almost used this whole entire thing up. This is the Tatcha Polished Gentle Rice Enzyme Powder. There are quite a few different ones. There's one for oily skin, there's one for sensitive skin, there's one for dry skin. I think this one is just the original, but it is the coolest concept. Like, you just kind of wet your face a little bit, you pour this in your hand, and then you like put little droplets of water on it to activate it, and it just is, it foams up really, really nice. It feels really, really good. And I know this stuff is crazy expensive. And in my empties video, I did mention that I have a account with Tatcha. And I don't mean an account like I'm a representative or an affiliate. I don't get like any commission or anything off like that. Like, anyone can sign up for, you know what I mean? Like, when you order stuff from them, you make an account. And if you refer friends, they get $25 off of their $50 purchase. That's what I meant. I didn't mean that I like get a percentage or anything like that. Like, Tatcha has no idea who I am. But anyways, moving on, the also Indigo Soothing Triple Recovery Cream. This was in my empties. Like, I used every last drop of this stuff. It is literally heaven in a jar. Again, this is the travel size because Tatcha is very expensive. Very expensive. But it's totally worth it in my mind. Like, I obviously got the travel sizes, which these are a quarter of the cost of like the full sizes, you know what I mean? But I really, really did enjoy them. So, just being honest. The next thing is this hand cream. I put this on every night before I go to bed. I got a 3-pack of this. I keep the other 2 right here in my makeup room. But this is the Fresh Cream. And so it's like a very subtle like vanilla smell. It's not something overpowering that's like gonna keep you awake, you know what I mean? It's just very gentle and it smells really good and it feels amazing. That's why I keep this one by my bed. So I have been using this every single night, whereas these, like, I'll toss them on like if I'm sitting here, you know what I mean, cleaning stuff up or doing any editing and stuff like that. So I absolutely love the Fresh Cream one. And that is it for skincare. So let's move on into makeup. I have 2 brushes that I want to mention that have totally, I've totally fallen in love with this month. The first one is the Morphe M439, which is the foundation brush. Excuse its dirtiness. Sunday's coming up, which is wash day. And anyways, this foundation brush is amazing. I actually like this one more than my Sigma E40. I don't know why. Like, it's not as loose, so I feel like it does better work, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't leave streaks or anything like that. Like, I love my Sigma E40, don't get me wrong. It's a really great brush, but I just really do like this one more because it's like rounded and I feel like it buffs everything in just a little bit better than the E40. I really do love that one. The next one is the M176, which this was like described, ooh, look at all that powder, ooh. This was described as a crease brush, but I feel like I don't have enough eyelid space to use this as a crease brush. So what I've been using it for is setting my under eyes with either my Kat Von D powder or my Laura Mercier. If I'm like not baking, I set my eyes with this, and it's like the perfect amount of size because you do that triangle anyways, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, it's the perfect size. I love this, and both of those were in the January Morphe Me subscription, in case you were wondering. You can order both of those off of the Morphe website. For January favorites, I am going to try and link everything down below. I don't do that often, but I do have quite a few new subscribers, and everyone's been asking me like to link stuff, so I haven't done that in a while because nobody really cared, but I will start linking stuff, so just so you know. Let's move on into foundation. The one I want to mention for this month is the Ofra Liquid Foundation. Again, I am in light beige. If you missed my first impression and review on it, I will link it down below, but for those of you who did see it, you know how I feel about this foundation. It is just amazing. You have like a paddle for an applicator so you don't have to get your hands all dirty. Of course, everyone prefers the pump just because it is less messy, but I'd rather have the paddle in there than just like a regular liquid that you have to like get on your hands. So I do really, really like this one. Moving on, I have two blushes that I want to mention, and I'm mentioning both of these because they are complete opposites. So the first one is Indecent by Urban Decay, and it's a very subtle, peach, and I just absolutely love this. This is especially going to be perfect for like summer where you don't want like the bright stark, you know, pink cheek. But the next one is by theBalm. This is the Instain, and this is in the color Pinstripe. So this is in the color Pinstripe, and this one is perfect for winter. It is a beautiful plum. I absolutely love this blush. I'm so glad I picked this up. I know theBalm was just on Outlook. I'm not sure if it's on there anymore, but if you don't have Pinstripe, like, ugh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I have two highlighters that I want to talk about. The first one is by the Ofra, and it is what I'm wearing today. This is called You Glow Girl. You guys, I cannot stop wearing this highlighter. It is the most intense, pink, beautiful, unicorn tear, like I can be seen from outer space highlighter. I freaking love this thing. I really do. I didn't expect to love it so much, but if you don't have it, I suggest getting it. And I did a review on that, or I think it was in my Sunday Funday haul, and I kept telling you guys, use the code Kathleen40, and one of my beautiful and amazing subscribers told me that that code actually does not work any longer, and you can actually use Kathleen30 and get 30% off. So I'm sorry the 40% off is gone, but 30% off is better than nothing. And so the next highlighter I want to talk about is from my Couture. I was so surprised by this, you guys. I definitely took a gamble with these things because you don't expect like to get anything from a piece of paper, but they were in the clearance section, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it and see what happens. And I used this in a tutorial, and I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. And so it doesn't swatch the best, like you can barely see it, but once I put it on my face, I was like, oh my gosh. So there it is right there. It's like a really pretty champagne color, so I have been loving that as well. But really, honestly, if I'm not wearing Champagne Pop, I'm usually wearing You Glow Girl, but I have used the My Coutures a couple of times, and I really was surprised by them. So moving on into eyes. Okay, so I have two eyeshadows that are singles that I want to talk about. Both are from Makeup Geek. I got 4 total, but 2 of them own my life right now. The first one is called Whimsical, which is just a beautiful like frosted pink. It's almost like the same color as You Glow Girl, but this is like much more pigmented, you know what I mean? And then the second one is Pegasus. I did do a look with this that you guys really enjoyed, and it's just the coolest color. So those are the two eyeshadow singles that I have been loving. Another one is from Urban Decay. I am wearing it today. This is called X, and again, this is like a single shadow, and it's an iridescent peach to pink color, so it's this one on top. So those have been owning my life. I am a shimmer-aholic. I love shimmer shadows, especially on like all over the lid. Loves it. The next thing I want to talk about is not going to be a surprise, and I have been using this quite often in the week and a half that I've gotten it. This is the Morphe M439 palette. I'm not going to go into too much detail because you guys have heard about it all over the place, but it is amazing. If you haven't gotten it, and you need to. You need to. I have one eyeliner that I want to talk about. This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner. This is in the color Amp. And I wore this in my empties video, and everyone really loved it. So it's just a blue glitter. It's doesn't swatch like the best thing, but on the eye it is beautiful. If you missed that video where I'm wearing it, I will link it down below for you guys. And then I have one more eyeliner. This is the Mr. Right Now from theBalm, but this is in the color Brian. I got 4 of these. And this month I got 3 in a kit, and then I did get one in my Ipsy bag. But this one is definitely my favorite because it is the perfect, you can't even see it really, it's the perfect nude for your waterline. I am wearing it today, and it just gives you that awake and healthy look, you know what I mean? It's almost like my skin tone, so it just like takes away that redness, and it just makes you look so awake. I absolutely love this. I'm so glad I got it because I have had quite a few of these like skin tone liners, like from L'Oreal I had one, and I bought one from somebody else, NYX maybe, and they don't stay for me for some reason, but I've been wearing this for a couple hours. I want to say like maybe 5 or 6 hours, and it's still in my waterline, so I absolutely love this. And then last thing for makeup is I have 3 lip products I want to talk about. The first one is the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. This is in the color, is it Addiction? Yeah, Addiction. I only have one of these, but let me just tell you, I will be buying more because they are the coolest formula. They don't dry down completely, but they're nowhere near what those Maybelline ones were that I had and returned. They still look matte. They're not a gloss at all. So this is Addiction, which is just a beautiful berry color. And then of course, I have to talk about my Ofra Havana Nights. This is a collab with Kathleen Lights, in case you guys didn't know. But Ofra is definitely like one of the like best formulas of liquid lipstick that I have tried so far. Mind you, I haven't tried a ton, but I really do like this formula. So it's this really dark red right here, and I just love it. It's definitely one of my favorite colors that I have in my collection. And then I really wanted to talk about this because I did some research about it. And this is the Lasting Smiles Organic Lip Balm. This is in Peppermint Cream. And it's called Smile for a Cause. So every purchase that you make from Lasting Smiles supports a cleft surgery for children. This is also cruelty-free, 100% organic, and so it also is actually a great lip balm, you know, but just the cause itself like warms my heart that there's still, you know what I mean, companies that do stuff like that. I just think this is amazing. So I'm going to link them down below. Even if you just get something, you know what I mean, you're helping a child, and that is just like so warm to the heart for me. The last thing that I want to mention is a random, but it is the new lenses that my husband got me for Christmas. I've actually been playing with these quite a bit because I have stepped up my Instagram game. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, please do so. It's just the.cocco.channel, and we have tons of fun over there. But you have like different lenses for super close up shots to where it's not going to blur, or sometimes like if I'm like too close to something, my camera literally won't even let me take a picture because it can't focus. And so these really help you with that. And then I do have like some really cool colored lenses that like give different effects and stuff like that. So anyways, that is it for the month of January. Like I said, I don't have a ton because I don't know, I feel like I just did like year favorites and I haven't really bought a ton of stuff since for January. But anyways, I also want to throw in that this jacket is amazing. If you missed it, it was in last Sunday Funday haul and I died. So that is it for January favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did. If you aren't already, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. My name is Brittany Cocco and you are watching the Cocco channel. And please comment down below. I absolutely love interacting with you guys. I love every single one of you. You guys are so sweet and that makes such a difference when you're doing this, and I just so appreciate it more than I could ever explain to you. But thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
I just can't. But you can order them off of for Sunday favorite, or as you can tell, I am a shido surgery for cleft for children like that have cleft. Oh my god, can you talk? Look at this highlight! Boom, 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 boom. I just punched you with this highlight. My nose itches so bad. Ugliest face ever. Take a picture.